evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mac and Chuck Show with your host, Chuck Hill and Scott McKenzie. Good evening.
What's with the William Shatner pause?
Hey, I got to make it dramatic for the audience so they know that we're semi-pros at this. No, I don't know.
Stop on your head.
How you doing tonight, man?
Why are we wearing hoodies in May?
That's an excellent question. Maybe
Why are my sinuses feel like they're going to fall out of my nose at any minute?
Right. Maybe someone out there in Facebook land or YouTube land can tell us, can give us the answer to that. They say it's global warming, but it feels a little...
I feel a little chilly.
Cool. Yeah, it's a little cool for global warming, I think. But how are you guys doing tonight? I'm Chuck Hill, part of the Mac and Chuck podcast.
And I'm not.
And he's not. But I bet you if you think really hard, you can guess who he is. Come on, put your thinking caps on.
Don't stop. No, don't stop.
Yeah, we'll get flagged for copyright.
Yeah.
So
up there I went again.
So we got a couple of things we're going to talk to you guys about tonight. We're just oh, did you lose sound again?
Dadgummit.
All right. Well, are you better now?
I'm copacetic.
All right, he's copacetic. Hey, Mick, how you doing, man? Glad to have you on. So we got a couple of things we're going to talk about tonight. The show we had originally planned for the evening got kind of swapped up on the last minute for us. So we will be bringing you the
kids.
I know, right? We will be bringing you the trivia show next week, though, as long as everything falls into place as it should. And if not, we'll figure something else out just like we do every week. So I think tonight,
quick on the draw.
Quick on the draw. Quick draw McGraw. Hey, Kim, how you doing?
Good evening. Is that how it's said? Good evening.
Good evening.
Is it evening or evening?
I think it's evening.
That's what I thought.
Good
That's why
evening.
I said it. We'll go with the former.
So we want to talk a little bit tonight, just kind of about, when we originally started doing this, we told you guys that it's your show. We want to know what you think and what you, Kim says hire, better help.
Yes, but wouldn't hire mean we'd have to pay?
Right. And currently we're not in the position to pay anybody to do anything.
You can't even pay attention.
Right. So, we're wondering what do you think of the show so far? Since we've been doing it for what, about 6 months now?
Easy, Boyer. Easy.
Yeah. Go easy on us. But in all seriousness, we just kind of want to know what kind of show that you'd like to see. Do you enjoy the live portion of the podcast, or do you prefer something that's pre-recorded that you can kind of watch, kind of at your own leisure as new?
Well, hopefully coming up, they'll be able to decide, because aren't we kind of planning a pre-recorded show somewhere in the future? We
are, actually. Matter of fact, I think I sent you a picture.
You did.
I did, yeah. So
of a sign.
Of a sign. Well, yeah, I'm telling you. So a while back, okay, Kim says live, 100%. That's encouraging. Thank you. But last week, the reason we weren't here last week is I had a personal project that had to be taken care of, and it was time sensitive. But on the way back, I actually was able to stop by Lake Salatisca. Several people who watch the show will be familiar with that. It's where we used to hold empathy retreats when I was in high school many moons ago.
30.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and say it for you, 30.
I prefer the term 3 decades, because it's a smaller number. But
doesn't seem like it.
No, it doesn't.
It's more letters.
It doesn't.
Nice try, though.
So, hey, you can't blame a guy for trying, right?
You get an E for effort.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. So, one of the things that we wanted to hear from you guys is, what kind of show are you looking for also? Are you looking for something more locally based? Are you looking for something that's news based? Are you looking for something just kind of like what we're doing, like a hodgepodge of stuff?
I'm not getting on a plane. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not traveling.
Yeah, you're not a plane guy. You've only been on a plane once, haven't you?
Twice.
Has it been twice?
No, I take that back. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves so I can think.
So just talk amongst yourselves. But man, I've been on a plane more times than I can count. I enjoy flying, actually. So you're not a big roller coaster ride guy either.
Never been on one.
Yeah,
I've been on a plane probably 4 to 5 times in my entire life.
Really?
And I'm 4 decades
And
plus.
where'd you go?
Very first plane ride was to boot camp in Chicago. Second one was to Omaha, where my dad picked me up when I helped him move back. Third one was to Mexico. Fourth one,
Mexico.
fourth and fifth was to Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. All right. My first plane ride was actually to Kansas City, St. Louis, Kansas City.
So you mean it went like this?
Pretty much. It was a half-hour flight, maybe an hour. I don't think it was an hour long though. But from the time I spent from the airport to flying to deboarding, I definitely could have driven there. But yeah, that was my first
You
one.
said deboard. John likes flying.
John, not a fan of heavy turbulence though.
You don't like the cracker box to be shaken?
I'm telling you, when I was coming back from San Antonio on the plane, when I moved back here from San Antonio, it felt like that plane dropped out of the sky from all the turbulence. I mean, it just was pretty, and I was like, holy crap.
Did you tighten?
Oh, just a bit. There was definitely some puckering going on there. So
Miller
makes you want to sing Peggy's. Oh, John, you're so wrong, but so right. So anyway, I can't believe I didn't mention this in the beginning of the show, but happy Mother's Day to all you mothers that are out there. Look, Punk, I didn't hear you saying no happy Mother's Day either.
It's because you always monopolize the beginning. Because you know I'm right.
Go for it, homie.
No, it's too late for that. You're already 6-7 minutes in, clown.
So happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. And if you've been called a mother,
he means that the right way.
And if you've been called a mother,
not the Samuel L. Jackson way.
So yeah, so tonight we're just going to kind of chat a little bit about about the show, about what we've done, what we've enjoyed, and kind of and if you have something you want to chime in about, please do.
Hey, thanks, John.
Thanks, John. And if you have something you want to chat about, please do. I'm going to post the link in the comments here.
So is that like a Mr. Rogers? If you have things you'd like to talk about, I do too.
Yeah, go for it. And you know what? Actually, that's actually kind of a nice little segue to.
Ooh, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah. So May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. And a lot of you may not know, but we've actually dedicated a couple of shows that we've done to mental health and suicide prevention, things like that. So it's always nice to have someone to talk to. And, we want you to know that if there's something that you need to get off your chest, call into the show. You can do audio or you can do video. Obviously, if you're in some sort of crises or something like that,
don't call us.
Don't call us. Dial 911 and they'll get you taken care of. But, so click in if you guys would like to chat. Also let us know again, kind of what you would like to see. We've gotten feedback on our segments. Some people like the Ask the Expert segment that we did. There are people that,
we got ideas for a couple that we kind of tossed around last show.
What's that? You need to get about 20 pounds off your gut, but my chest is. Oh.
You keep it up, boy, or you're gonna have a Kim's corner.
She's definitely, I think, and I've got a way to work that out where we can just kind of put her in a corner, and Kim, you can roll your eyes all you want, and then that'll give you everything you need. You don't even have to say anything. You can do your old Lord or roll your eyes.
That's enough of the self-degradation. If I reach through this screen.
So John says he's looking to shows that we do outdoors.
Let's open the garage door.
Yeah, then a neighbor starts cutting his grass again. So I have given thought to doing an outdoor show just to kind of think about how that might work.
With a GoPro?
Well, I have a GoPro, but the equipment and the power that might require,
slap a proton pack from the Ghostbusters on your back, you should be fine.
I have portable power, but it's not going to power the studio. Trust me on that. But John, that's a good idea. We could probably set something up like that.
iPhone cameras.
Is there something in particular, John, that you'd like to to see us do outdoor. Besides the Lake Salatisca Empathy Memory, I guess we could call it. Would you call it an empathy memory show? How would you refer to it?
I guess you can refer to it however you want to.
Angie says, "Who are you going to call? Chuck Hill." Scott's like, or Max like, "Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him."
I don't even have to say anything. I'll just close my eyes and shake my head.
So, but yeah, the pre-recorded show, a lot of the Lake Salatisca show is probably going to be pre-recorded. However, I will say it's developed quite a lot out there. So those of you who were in empathy all those years in one of those retreats,
I'm done already.
Who went with
11
us?
minutes in and I'm done. Don't worry, I have shades for that, Kim. I'm not going to be blinded by his Irish legs.
Hey, Juanita, how you doing?
Howdy.
Nice to have you join us tonight. Appreciate that. So that's something else that we can talk about a little bit. Is
The whiteness of your legs? I'd rather not.
No.
Oh.
You think these are white? You ought to see these gams I got at the bottom of my torso.
Transparent.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much Casper the Friendly Ghost.
It's not lying.
Hey, Bob, how you doing? Nice to have you on tonight.
Howdy to your face.
So, Christine, too busy letting band dork, being a band dork by Empathy Club.
Do you need your prescription there checked up there, Pappy?
Actually, the prescription glasses that I have don't work very well, which is why I wear readers during the show, so I can actually see this. I do wear bifocals.
47 years old, and he referred to it as cheaters.
Cheaters, readers, Bob says he's 5'9" and full of wonderful as always.
No, they could stare into into my legs. Mine are fine. It's just Mr. Opaque over here.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Kim says empathy, schmempathy. Don't be jelly. You just jelly, that's all.
Oh, will you stop with that? Cheese and rice.
So John says, Junction viewers at home, do not stare directly into Chuck and Mac's legs. This is true.
See?
This is true. Do not. It's
Kim's
like staring into the sun.
Kim's on it. She knows. Oh, why don't you go ahead and read that?
So Kim says Scott's legs could use a little polishing also.
Oh, is that what that says? Well, you really do need a pair of glasses, don't you?
I do, yeah, I guess.
Clown.
So Kim likes Scott's legs. So Bob, translucent would be a great way to describe my legs.
True.
So there's a picture that
I think they're reflective too, if I'm not mistaken.
Made of reflective material. Chris says Happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Took him 7 minutes to say it, but I was just counting time to see how long it would take.
That's okay. Speaking of time, you're doing pretty good with the segues tonight. You know that? So
I'm not singing Hootie and the Blowfish though.
That's okay.
Okay. Sweated that one.
So, when we talk about the live show, what's a good time frame? Do you guys enjoy the Sunday night at 6 time slot? Do you guys like the hour long that we do? Or do you prefer maybe a shorter show or just kind of what works for you guys? Basically, what we're trying to do is just
not lose interest as the show progresses.
Right. We want to keep it fresh. We want to keep it new. I think we've done a pretty good job of changing topics up and, changing the intro up every once in a while.
Speaking of which, I think it's time
to get a new intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you think of the intro?
I didn't ask them, did I, clown? Sorry.
Are you done?
No.
Okay. Well, get it all out. It's okay. You
Excuse me?
Juanita says no Hootie.
Yes, you're welcome.
Juanita, my dear friend. Boyer says the only good thing about the live shows are Boyer's comments.
Do I have to show you my legs now? Is that what you really want to see? Gee whiz.
I could stand up, turn around, and show you something else. It's just as white as everything else on my body. So Chris says an hour on Sunday evening is fine. I think.
Is this like the Walter Cronkite hour? Oh, this is Walter Cronkite.
I think I do. I think I like the Sunday evenings.
But why?
Um,
I think if the topic's flowing, you can keep it going longer than an hour. I mean, that candidate show we did was 2 hours and it flew by.
Yeah, it really did. It really did, and it turned out to be one of our best shows. Which
Mhm.
is one of the reasons I'm curious. Is are people looking for a political show, or are you looking for a local government show, or are you just looking for local government to be highlighted every once in a while? I think that highlighting local government is probably a good thing, especially since most of our listeners, we do have a couple across the country. We've got actually one over in Egypt. So, hi, thanks for watching. So maybe we can, I don't know, do something like that. Lots going on in Granite City right now, actually.
Yeah, new mayor was sworn in on the 4th.
Yep, new mayor, new clerk,
Couple new aldermen, I believe.
a couple new aldermen. So yeah, and then actually our new mayor here in Granite has done a really good job so far of communicating to us. And Kim, I just want to tell you that I think you're doing a great job over on the 62040 site in sharing those things, because not everybody sees what the city of Granite City is doing. And I've got a lot of hope for the future of Granite City with our new leadership. So I'm looking forward to that.
There's a saying that came out in the 80s by Ronald Reagan that says, trust but verify.
Mhm.
And I think that's really poignant, especially as far as local government goes.
Right. Right. No, I agree 100%. I don't think that you should consume and swallow anything that people just tell you. And I don't care what side of the aisle that you're on. If someone is feeding you information and expecting you to behave in a specific manner, I really think that everything across the board needs to be verified. And I know that fact
Hold them
check
to
is
task.
yeah. And I think that fact check is probably maybe an overused word at this point.
Ugh.
But the bottom line is there's a lot of unfact checking that goes on. And I think if you're going to fact check one thing, you ought to fact check everything. Yeah, Juanita Granite has mayor. They
Mayor.
actually have a new one now.
Mayor Goldie Wilson.
Yep, I think that Mayor Heckenauer has moved on to something different now.
We wish him best in his future
yeah.
endeavors.
Absolutely. Kim says, I think if you want to gain more viewers nationwide, you should talk less about boring Granite City.
Blue.
I'd rather hear about your underwear color.
Blue.
Oddly enough, I think mine are blue as well today. Did you get the memo? You got the memo, didn't you?
You were supposed to say hot pink.
No, those are my Friday underwear.
I'm done.
Yeah, those are my Friday underwear. If I'm
those are your party underwear.
Those
huh?
are my
Yeah. You got the Sunday ones on today, the old holy ones.
The hot pink underwear with the tearaway pants. It doesn't get much better than that.
Oh, yes.
I think Matt
Yes,
just
it does.
puked a little in his mouth.
I verped.
So okay, Kim, that makes a good point, about Granite City. Granite City, we have a lot of listeners and viewers in Granite City, but, and I'm actually going to disagree with you a little bit about boring Granite City, because I'm actually a little excited about what's going on now. I think that under new leadership that things can be turned around. I really see a lot of activity moving. I can't really say behind the scenes because I'm not behind the curtain itself. However, I will say,
really, Dr. Oz? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I will say that with the talk and the chatter that's going on and the businesses that I see that are moving, and some of the people I know that are really putting an effort into it, I think that Granite City has the potential again to be an all-American city like it was back in the 50s. So I think that's a possibility. I would like to see that for my kids and my granddaughter, and for myself, because I'm probably going to be here till I die. But anyway,
way to turn it morbid. Good job.
That's where I play the suspenseful music.
I didn't hear any suspenseful music.
I'll have to find it.
Okay.
So
do we have a dump button for you?
I got all the buttons over here. I'm the one controlling the show tonight. See, DJ Whiteout, he's out of town.
Bailed again.
So Kim,
man, she's lighting you on fire.
She is. Kim's going to bust me on my belief that the Earth is only 6,000 years old. So that's okay. Not everyone has to agree with me.
Your underwear might be 6,000 years old.
They sure do look like it.
Oh!
So Juanita says, what about the steel mill? It's still operational. I think that they're kind of in the process of, did they shut some of them down, or at least shut some of the shifts down or something like that?
Not from my understanding.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure, Juanita. I mean, it's still up and operational. And I know that a few years back.
That station is fully operational. Okay.
May the 4th be with you day was the other day.
Yes, it was 5 days ago.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, but that's okay.
I can math.
You can math? Can you math? You can't speak, but you can math.
I can math.
So, yeah, steel mill's still open. So I think there was a question thrown more geared towards you, Mac, about the Blues. Like, how did they get into the playoffs?
It's all about
with
points.
A loss? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
It's all about points.
I did watch them lose to the Golden Knights last night.
I haven't watched a game all year.
Yeah. So I watched it last night, and it was, I mean, it was an interesting game. I wasn't paying 100% attention. Yeah, they were playing Las Vegas.
And probably lost.
What's that?
And probably lost.
They did lose.
Yeah,
they lost by 3 points, actually.
3 points.
Yeah.
You don't sports either.
It was 4-1. It was 3 points, 3 goals.
Thank you.
All right. What do you get when you
Is that water good? It really sounds like it.
It is good.
Good grief.
And today, this water is brought to you by Shamu. No sponsorship.
Is it really water then?
It is water. It is water. There are times I wish it was other, but it really is water. Dead air, the best thing for live air. So anyway, we appreciate the comments that you guys are giving us. I think you guys, someone had mentioned that, an hour was good, seems to be manageable. So let me ask this, and Kim, we already know your response to this is going to be do something different than Granite City. But what kind of information or show would you guys like, what would encourage you to share? To share the podcast to grow viewers and listeners and things like that. Like
ghost stories.
Like it's been suggested that we do a ghost story show. So I think at some point that maybe we should, because I'm sure that Kim would love to hear my thoughts on ghosts and spirits.
Oh, here we go. What minor league teams I don't know of any that are. No, you're not getting me in a penguin suit.
You're lucky to get us in like hoodies or whatever.
I don't know what minor league teams are coming back to St. Louis, John. I know soccer is coming to St. Louis, and progress on the stadium, from what I saw, is looking pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say they're building a new stadium.
Yep, right across from Union Station.
Yeah. So interesting stuff. I mean, I have mixed feelings about taxpayer money being spent on stadiums.
It gets paid back, and then some.
Well, but then what happens when you have situations with like what happened to the Rams? Now we got the Edward Jones Dome. How long were the Rams here? Were they here 20 years? Mm-hmm. Was it 20 years? Mm-hmm. So, and now we've got a stadium that sits down close to the riverfront because they left.
Tractor pulls.
So, yeah.
Trade shows.
So,
monster trucks.
The sports arena thing kind of goes back to my belief about, privatization of sports, and they say it creates jobs and tax revenue and all kinds of things like that. I don't know that it pays off. I mean, I'd have to see the numbers in that, but I don't know that it truly does what they say that it's going to do. And then meanwhile, you have people that are lining their pockets with money that they've earned off of the taxpayer dollar. So if someone out there has an answer to that, I would love to have that discussion, because I don't know that the payoff is there when we spend $500 million for a stadium in that. I mean, isn't that roughly what the Ed Jones tax breaks, and they had planned to get all that money back through PSLs, and so.
Okay. Let's think about this. Let's just say you have 250 million.
Yeah.
Which I think was between 250 and 500. Okay. You have, I'm not sure if it was a TIF. If it was, I'm not
Why don't you explain what a TIF is for some people who might not understand that?
I'm not sure I completely know what it is, but my understanding is what it does. It allows you, it's basically tax increment financing, which means your taxes will go up to the normal level over a period of time. That helps finance it. So, what it does, in essence, you have that, you have the taxes paid to the city, you have all the conventions that have to rent it in the convention center to pay for all that. So they are getting their money back by, what was it, entertainment tax, I believe it was, in the city of St. Louis. You have taxes on concessions. You you really have to think of the minimization of it and get down to the bare facts of this tax on this, tax on this, parking tax, the conventions that pay to use the dome. You have, the write-offs for the de-amortization. Ooh, that was a big word.
Yeah, it was a big word.
I know.
Good on you, man.
So there's all kinds of different things that go into it that you have to really take. You just can't look at the surface of it. You have to really dig down and see. Okay, you got a tax for this, tax for this, tax for this, tax for this.
Mhm.
That goes back to the city for the money that they got from the taxpayers.
Okay, so that money goes back to the city, but what goes back to the taxpayers is what I want to know. Now,
Entertainment.
Well, yeah, but you're paying for that already. Like we're paying $35 to $500 for football tickets or baseball tickets and things like that. Like we're already paying for the entertainment, so we're putting money into the pockets of the promoters and the convention owners and things like that's all fine and dandy. But when I'm driving down a street that's tore all to hell, and I hear them talk about, taxpayer money and stuff like that, it doesn't. They say, well, we don't have the money for this, we don't have the money for that.
It's think of it as a big company is going to have different cost centers and different budgets. So think of it that way. You have a budget for entertainment, you have a budget for infrastructure, you have a budget for this, budget for this.
Right.
You can't look at one thing and say, well, why do the roads, it's coming out of two different jars. You really have to think of it in that aspect.
So here's my question though.
Mm-hmm.
So you get these team owners, they're like, I'm going to come in and we want to put a team in St. Louis.
They always don't want to pay anything.
Right. Of course they don't. Nobody wants to pay anything for anything, but you have to, and that's because that's life. That's the way things work. Is you have to pay to get by. You have to pay bills. You have to pay for food. Like you have to pay to go to entertainment venues.
Now, if you're a multimillionaire, you don't have to pay for that.
But see, that's where my problem is.
But
and those who know me,
and the same token is, if that stadium was $500 million, how much did the owner put in?
I see that. I don't know.
Right.
Those are the questions I want to know. But I've heard conversations and news reports that, the owners want the city to pay for the stadium 100%, and then they move the teams to a particular city or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the owner lines his pockets. What was that jackass's name?
I don't speak him. I don't speak his name anymore. I call him the toupee.
Yeah. But, anyway, I mean, these guys, they don't pay anything. They get their money and then they run to another city who's going to build them a new stadium under the promise that, hey, there's going to be all these taxes that the city's going to get.
Well, I can tell you that St. Louis is going to end up getting their money.
Stan. Kim says Stan.
I don't say that name.
Oh, yeah. I remember the last name. I shall not speak it either. But thank you for the reminder.
No,
you'll get no time on our show.
The city of St. Louis will get their money back because they're in court right now. And basically what happened was the NFL didn't pay attention to their own bylaws.
Mm-hmm.
That said, you have to, that you had to put your good faith in where you were. And they basically, the team basically drug St. Louis through the mud and the muck to get the ownership approval. Now there's backhand deals with the Good Old Boy Network and the three letters.
Which is going to happen anywhere you go. I mean, you're going to have, back end deals. You're going to have handshakes and
sure. Now here's something that you may not know is that they had already spent millions of dollars to do, land analyzation, how they were going to reroute the tracks on the Riverfront Stadium. and the city was going to put $500 million into like a $1.3 billion stadium. So he went to LA and he had to spend up 3 times that amount of his own money to pay for it.
Yeah, well, but, I mean, St.
Clown.
Louis still got screwed.
Maybe.
I mean, we'll
Well,
think about all the legal
so-
ramifications.
right.
We still got to pay for all the lawyers and the
Not if we-
litigation.
Not
if we win,
which it's a
or
probably
if St. Louis
80%.
wins, I should
It-
say. If St. Louis wins,
it's probably an 80% chance that they will.
yeah.
Of everything I've read. Now, I haven't read anything recently on it, but everything that I've read up to date, people feel pretty confident that
Yeah.
the antitrust lawsuits and all that stuff with the promises that are in print and things like that.
I guess it's just that I don't know, and I'll never pretend to know what the specifics are about new stadiums and things like that coming in, but it just seems to me that yes, I can get behind a partnership with any league who wants to come in, and I can get behind a partnership, but what I can't get behind is the idea that someone else has to foot the entire bill for them to come to do business. If I wanted to go open a business somewhere, there are tax incentives that
Mhm.
I can take advantage of and things like that, but I have to prove that my business is going to be a viable business, and I have to prove that my business is going to do something great for the community, right? And while you have organizations, because they're not a corporation, they're technically a not-for-profit organization, that come in here and do all this, and then the payoff is in the end the St. Louis fans got screwed. I mean, there's just
I
really
won't
no
deny that.
there's just really no nice way to put that. So I don't know. I mean, I'll until I do understand it, and I'm always willing to have that conversation.
I got an idea. Why don't you find some books and read?
Books.
Yeah, those things with pages.
Books.
Hey, paper.
I only need one book, and it's called Google.com.
It's not a book.
That's true. It's not a book. Can you imagine if they made a book out of like the Google? You couldn't even put that anywhere.
I'm looking for the conversation. Where did you come from with that?
How's our days been? How has your guys' day been? My day's been good.
You want to try saying that again?
I'm telling you.
What's the last book I read?
What was the last book?
Ric Flair's autobiography.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The last book I read.
Well,
actually,
we're waiting.
It was a tech book. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was a tech book. I think it was an Adobe After Effects. Like, I was reading through it.
Where's your bow tie and pocket protector, point Dector?
Hey, you know what? The nerds run the world these days. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I think it may have been an After Effects book. Maybe been the last one that I looked through. Shelby says Motley Crue The Dirt was the last one that she read. Have you guys seen this movie?
Yes, I have. More than once.
Have you seen it?
Awesome.
Oh, it was definitely.
Did you get past the opening scene?
Not far.
Mm-hmm.
Not much. Not far past it.
Clown.
I mean, I'm not a prude, but
yeah, you are.
I just
turned into one.
You think I've turned into a prude?
Yes. My eyes are stained from the viewing of the nastiness.
Oh, Shelby says she's seen it multiple times. Of course you have.
Hated it.
Oh, Shelby. So Shelby's my daughter, as most of you know. She knows me so well.
And she's the reason why we're just doing a hodgepodge.
She is the reason why we're doing a hodgepodge tonight, but that's okay because they're spending time with their mother, which is awesome. So, spending time with their mother and their grandmother, and that's pretty good. That's pretty
not
good
with
stuff.
this mother.
Not with this mother. No, not with this mother. Tell us one good thing that happened to each of us this week. Well, I woke up. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, you're on the right side of the dirt.
Yep. If I'm on this side of the dirt, that's a good thing. Good thing.
My weeks are all consistent anymore.
They do kind of run together. My week was pretty unstressful, which was nice. So that was
My week was
That was a
normal,
nice week.
nothing out of the ordinary. So I guess that's good.
yeah. I went to Maystown yesterday.
Our chat board is being taken over, by the way.
I know I've been watching this. I see that
Hijacked.
Kim and Angie are
Hijacked.
just I kind of think that maybe they should click in and we'll just turn the show over to them or something. It's going to be the Kim and Angie show. So if you guys want to jump in, feel free to click the link, and I'll be happy to post that link again for you.
Oh, you got busted.
I did. So I will say, one of the best things, I posted this on my Facebook earlier also. It's so nice that my granddaughter actually gets excited to see me. Like there was a time that I'd go over to visit, and it was like, just some dude here. But now she's like,
Some dude.
she. Yes, Kim, you and Angie are both better looking than the two nitwits that are staring at the cameras right now.
I got nothing for that.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
Truth hurts.
Can't hurt you. Can't argue with the facts.
No.
But yep, it's always nice to see my granddaughter's eyes light up and say "Papa," and and when I get hugs, those are even better. And when I get
Does that make you pop out a few more grays? Lose a couple more strands of hair? Pawpaw?
I might be losing more hair. I think that's highly a possibility, but the grays, I think you still got me beat on the gray, but nice, Shelby. Who is the best band or musician you've ever seen live? Oh, that's a good question.
I've seen Def Leppard 13 times,
So that would be your answer, huh?
lock it in.
So it's actually the best band I think I've ever seen. Now I'm going to go with bands here, like they're known as a whole group. The Death Cab for Cutie show that I saw was actually pretty cool.
Was that up in the Northwest?
It was. It was at the Showbox out in Seattle.
Tree hugger.
Dude, it was a great show. It was a great show. I think the guy's name is Ben Gibbard, I think is his name, the lead singer. But I mean, really, really good show. Just
I'm like
kind of
cockeyed
nice and laid back. Do what?
So I'm kind of like.
So yes, Shelby, that Billy Joel did kill it, and Billy Joel is always going to win hands down when it comes to me. It was a great show. However, when we're talking bands,
But wait, there's more. Okay, come on.
Mr. Popeil, I'm in trouble. Need your assistance on the double. Come on, man. Haven't you ever heard that song?
Come on.
He wants to punch me really bad. He really, really does. But see,
But I will not be caught on camera performing an assault.
So tonight's show will be at least 8 hours long, or until it's his bedtime. So, yep, John, I would have to say best band live, Death Cab for Cutie was really good. I did see Bret Michaels perform once, though, and I was only like maybe 15, 20 feet away from him. That was really a cool show because as a live, he's diabetic. So when he's up there, he's burning energy, and he was running back and forth and back and forth, eating food like a Snickers bar or something like
Kim,
that.
do you
while
just
he
want
was
to
on
drive over
stage.
here and flog us? I mean, come on. Just
Come
come
on.
over here with a ball bat and put us out of our misery.
Come on over here and you can have my chair. You can have my seat. I'll give you my mic and everything else. So
Bring the noise.
She says, "Be right over." Well,
Come on.
the studio door is open.
Yes, it is.
Studio door is open.
Then you can do Kim's Corner.
So John was hoping you'd say the Police.
It was a good show. I just have my favorites.
So Angie likes the real time comments.
So what's
Okay.
it gonna be? Yes or no? No, the Police was a good show.
I've never seen them.
My mind was just other places at that
Oh,
time.
hey Larry, welcome to the show. Larry says Skillet will be in Joplin the 18th.
Good band.
Okay, nice. Okay, that sucks, Larry. You won't get to see it. Casting Crowns was actually here 2 nights ago.
Who's that?
It's a contemporary Christian band.
Oh, okay.
They're really good. I actually think you'd like them. See, even Angie prefers the comments.
This is just gonna be an hour of reading messages. I can see that already. It's already been about 40 minutes of reading messages.
I know, right? Like right at 40 minutes. So,
All right.
okay.
I have a question I was thinking.
All right. Chris
And-
loves casting.
And yes,
crowns.
I do think every now and then. I don't know, and if I've asked this question before, stop me and tell me to shut up. I'm sure Kim will.
Shut up. So anyway,
Somebody give me a gun. Anyway,
you heard it. He just threatened.
shut up. What song to you describes an entire decade?
Angie, we'll get to your question here in a minute. What song to me describes an entire
Let's just
decade?
say, what song to you describes the 70s?
The 70s.
Don't just say any song by bleh. No, pick one.
I would say sound wise, More Than a Feeling. Just because I don't know, just because of the way it sounds. Like when I hear it, I think 70s.
You know what I say? Night Fever
I don't know that I've ever heard it.
by the Bee Gees. You've never heard Night Fever?
I don't think so. I've never been a big Bee Gees guy.
You're fired. You're fired.
I bring flavor to the show.
No, you don't. I'm about to throw up the flavor because it's sour.
So yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that. Kim says We're the World. See, Amy says Get Down Tonight. Kim says the 90s Superman. Okay. I was actually going to go with on the
My
90s.
God, Kim.
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Jeez.
John likes Do You Think I'm Sexy? Amy says the Bee Gees are the best. Okay. Don't Blame It on the Boogie. Okay. I'll have to give that one a listen, I guess.
You've heard Night Fever. I know you have.
I don't.
Seasons
I
of
would-
Love.
Seasons of Love. Okay.
Who's that by?
That's actually a Rent song from the.
From the 70s?
No, not from the 70s. I think everyone's just kind of throwing everything out here now.
Oh,
They're throwing
okay.
like,
I'm so confused.
yeah, Crazy Train. Okay.
That was 80s.
All right. We missed Shelby's first one.
Jeez.
Video Killed the Radio Star. I would say that's probably
That was if you think
defining one of the 80s.
well, because it was the very first song on MTV.
Right. Right. The whole 2 years of music that they play.
The Buggles. Buggles.
The Buggles.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
The 80s would have to be. God, there's so much.
Sorry, Amy. I'm sure that after the show's over, I'm going to be introduced to Night Fever by the Bee Gees.
You will as soon as it goes done.
Yeah. We can't play it on here because we'll get
Yes,
flagged
we
for
did,
copyright.
John. Yes, we did. Many, many, many times. Many.
Do the
And
hustle.
no, I will-
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I will not redo that. Now the hip may break.
I was gonna say, we may throw a hip out at this point.
Yeah, probably will.
That's a very good
Story
possibility.
of my life.
Like a Virgin, Madonna did dominate the 80s. Absolutely.
Well, so did Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know what though? I mean, there were a lot of just like huge superstars
Mhm.
back in the 80s. Like I think the 70s really kind of redefined what rock and roll was.
here's one that's going to blow your mind. You know what defines it for me?
What's that?
Wake me up before you go.
Okay, yeah, wham. Yeah.
Wham!
Wham! Oh. But yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, that was a good one in the 80s. They just had so many. They just,
Do you feel warm right now? Because she is straight up roasting you.
I'm kind of just letting the the comments scroll through. I can't even keep up.
Girls just
anymore.
want to have fun. That's a good one.
If he pulled his nose out of those exciting tech books in his Facebook Messenger, he might know more music. Thank you, Kim.
Is there going to be a phone call in your future?
Oh no, U2 is the greatest band of the 80s. and
John
90s.
showing his bias.
There we go. Yeah, I was actually a pretty big U2 fan, but I guess it was Joshua Tree that actually kind of like snagged my attention.
Here's another one's going to throw you for a loop. The 90s, the New Radical song. Get What You Give. Is that?
Was that 90s?
Yeah.
I thought that was late 80s.
Nope.
But no, that's
Let me
good.
do a little research. That or
Amy said she loved the movie too. Are we talking Saturday Night Fever, Amy, that you loved? Is that the one that we're talking about?
hang on, got to do a little research here.
Yeah, I thought New Radicals was
Well,
so Angie says no, totally 90s. So I'm apparently off on this one also. Which
as Kim said, if you get your nose out of those books,
you only get what you give, mid 90s. Great song.
yep. See,
right.
that one.
Oh, Amy was replying to Shelby's comment.
Oh, excuse me.
So that was like 150 comments ago.
Yes, it was. But hey, yep, I'll agree with that one, Kim. The German version or the English version?
Oh, by the way, Mark, he says he does any movie at GC Cinema, which I really wish I'd paid more attention because Mark, I had no idea that you guys are showing Back to the Future this weekend. So if that's still playing next weekend, you can pretty much count on me getting a ticket because yes, I love Back to the Future and I'd love to see it in the theaters again. So Kim Boyer says 99 Left Balloons is the 80s for me.
The German version.
The German version, yes. I would agree. I thought that the Americanized version, I won't say it sucked, but it didn't make sense. Not that the German one made sense to me either.
It flowed.
It flowed much, yeah.
And then if you saw the video with Nana with her hairy armpits, it just made it. Super German.
So not a big hairy armpit fan?
I'm not French.
Well, apparently she was German.
I'm not Euro.
There you go.
Is that better?
That's kind of making a comeback, you know.
Ooh.
The hairy armpits. You know, well, I mean, men typically have them, but you know, hairy armpits for women are natural armpits, you know, which I'm kind of like, you know, hey, whatever makes you happy. And, you know, if your partner's good with it and your guys are, I mean, it's your body, do what you want, you know. So I really have no opinion on it. I used to, but not anymore. It's kind of changed a little bit. So Kim says, how could you know what's going on at GC Theater when you've got your pulse on the heartbeat of this fantastic town?
You know, I'm just waiting for her to bust. I'm just waiting for her to bust through the door with a whip.
I guess whip, ball bat, or something. You're
getting clowned tonight.
I'm telling you. She's all over me like white on rice, man.
I thought you were going to say something else. I was going to laugh. Please don't spit that water on the equipment.
Oh yeah, no.
If it is water.
No, it is water. So no, we have the equipment here tonight because we're engineering our own. That's a good song, yeah. So John prefers the English version of 99 Left Balloons. Kim says, I love it. I love the abuse.
I think you do.
It's the sadist in me. What can I say?
You keep coming back for more.
I do. I love the Kim love.
That's all I would say a song from the 2000s era, but I kind of stopped a little bit in.
What were you going to say? Go ahead and share it.
No, John is on drugs. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
We've known this since high school.
He might be on fast food, but I don't know about drugs. What was I going to say? I said I don't know very many songs from the 2000s.
Yeah, I kind
of stopped.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot I listened to after the late 90s, to be honest with you. I mean,
is it really music if it's computerized?
Well, there was some stuff, and I was kind of a pop music fan. So
talk about
pop music. See, I knew that one.
Egg. What are we doing?
Do this one now.
What are we doing?
Oh, she wanted to know what fictional character, that if we could be any fictional character at all, who would it be? And I think there was a Y in there. So the Two Live Crew S&M song. So let's answer Angie's question. What would you say? If you could be any fictional character, who would it be?
Should I give the No. Well, I think about this. You do you.
Yeah, well, that's true, Mark. I'm reading Mark's comment here. He says, amazing how our music from the 80s is still played at all the dances. And that's very true. There was a lot of good music that is still played, and dances, receptions, things like that. So I would agree with that.
Oh, Shelby wants to be, I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that way.
Jessica Rabbit, because she's an icon and she's smoking. Is who Shelby would like to be. By the way, Shelby, that's a great profile
not a character
picture you've got up there.
Being like, What? Just what a different direction.
Yeah, that does change it a little bit. Let's see who. No, sir, didn't like it. So I'm thinking.
I'll be a unicorn because only people that believe in me could see me.
You want to fart rainbows?
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I've been around you
Skittles.
when you fart and it ain't rainbows.
Damn it. Well, yeah, put my business out there.
Huh? Hey, mine ain't rainbows either. You know, just
No, yours is death.
I have hill bowels. So
Shelby wants to be a gnome. You're already tall enough.
he's got you there. You could be a gnome. Just
What's
get you
probably a
nice little
pointy hat?
So let's see. Shelby wants to be a gnome. You want to be a unicorn. Tree fitty. Okay, so let me go on.
Damn Loch Ness monster.
Some of you guys,
Damn it, woman.
if you don't know what tree fitty is or what tree fitty means, look up South Park Loch Ness monster, and it will be like one of the best things you ever watch. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I think, I think
About the time my father said, and about the time the child asked me, I said, "How much is a box of cookies?" He said, "Just about $3.50." And that's when I know that this little Girl Scout was about 3 foot tall, 3 stories tall. I said, "I ain't giving you no more money, you damn Loch Ness monster."
You're gonna get us copyright violated again.
I'm not singing anything.
Okay, fictional character. I would probably want to be a minotaur. That's what.
Where would you put your tie?
Where would I put my tie?
Mm-hmm. It's like the giraffe question.
Yeah, probably under my chin still. And just let it kind of,
Flow freely.
Yeah, let it flow. Let it be what it is. Let it be what it be.
Okay.
Let it be what it be. So yeah, I think I'd be a minotaur. Those guys are pretty
A
badass.
minotaur.
I'd be a manotaur. Hey, you set it up. I just send them home.
Yeah, you're about to. Look at all that down. You sent him home, all right.
So yeah, I think I'd be a minotaur. At one point, it would have been an elf, though. I think I would like to have been an elf. They live forever, but I've kind of come to the conclusion I don't want to live forever.
Mermaid.
Angie be a mermaid. I have a cousin that's
A
really
siren
big into
or a
mermaids.
mermaid?
Oh,
He'd be a
Kim,
minotaur.
you're gonna get canceled.
This is comedic gold.
Oh,
I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Shelby, I agree with you.
Mastera Pistera Theatra.
Oh, we've lost control of the show. Amy says right now, siren.
So she can kill all the men.
Nice.
Nice?
Really?
Really?
Are we feeling a little jaded tonight? Do you need to click in and we can talk, Amy? I mean, not
Tell me, how do you feel?
tell me about your mother.
Oh, wait. You just open up Pandora's box on that one. Here it comes.
It is
I'm waiting
Mother's
on it.
Day.
I'm waiting on it.
Tell you what, why don't you guys take a moment and just kind of in the
Oh,
comments.
here we go.
If you're a mermaid with the bottom or top part be a fish, we're gonna skip on past that comment. Leave in the comments if you would. Being as it is Mother's Day, what are you thankful for your mom? And I know. Come on, and you know who I'm talking to.
You're opening up the box.
Tell us what you're thankful for about your mother today, about your mom. That's always good to hear. Amy tells you.
I'm thankful that I'm here to breathe and entertain. Or why do you do that,
Jim? You never let me down, sweetie.
You just do it for your own.
You never let me
don't you?
down.
No one's getting into her fin.
No one's getting into. Okay. Kim needs another half hour when we talk about her mother. Sometimes
is it mother or mother?
I think it may be mother.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So, yeah, interesting. If you should friend Kim just to watch her posts. Like, she's got comedic gold going on half the time. We are seriously considering giving her own little corner in our show right over here, right over
We're seriously considering it.
here. Sure, why not?
I thought we had already decided that was a thing.
Well, I mean, we're good with it if she's good with it.
Oh, I think somebody just threw you under the bus.
I'm thankful for my mom always making sure to get me at least a card on Mother's Day, LOL.
Did you not get your daughter something for Mother's Day?
I did not because my daughter's out of town today. I did try to call her earlier though and wish her a happy Mother's Day and got no response. So, but Shelby, happy Mother's Day.
Volley. Kim's thankful for all those notes she wrote to my grandmother. Oh, well, I won't finish that. You guys could read that amongst yourselves.
Oh man, oh man. So
Somebody's getting some couch time.
Here's a question I think I've asked before, and
You probably have, so don't answer it.
well, I'm going to ask because I'm curious as to where most of you are watching the show. Are most of you watching it on my personal page? Are you watching it on the Mac and Chuck page,
So he
or
can
are you
feed his
watching it
own
on
ego.
YouTube? We've had a couple comments that some people can't read other people's comments, so I'm just curious if it wouldn't be better to have it on the Mac and Chuck page and then share it from my page so everyone can see something, or on Kim's couch. You know, I mean, we could always broadcast the show from her couch as well. You know, but just let us know kind of like where you're catching it at. Mac and Chuck Facebook. Okay, great, because that helps us just kind of get better viewed analytics, so we can just kind of see what we can do. So, okay, Amy's on the Mac and Chuck page.
Looks like a consensus.
Okay. Angie started on my page and moved to the Mac and Chuck page. Okay, good.
Consensus.
Shelby says, I'm thankful for my mom going through 39 hours of labor to birth me. Yeah, she did all the work. So Shelby says Mac and Chuck. Okay. Hey, I was only there for a really short while to, you know.
Nope. I'm just going to let that one walk on by. He was there for about 3.5 seconds.
I had the easy part, you know.
Consider. Depends on who you were.
Well, I guess that's true. Okay. Mark catches us on Facebook. All right. Now, Mark, is that the Mac and Chuck page or is that my personal page? There you go, Shelby. You're welcome. Dad's got you.
Apparently, you let her go.
All right, Mark. Good night. Thanks for joining and thanks for checking us out. Appreciate it. Mac. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, cool. So it sounds like it might.
It is a
know,
consensus.
Yeah, it may be a good idea just to share it from my page, which I'm perfectly okay with. I mean, if we can, you know, reach
Ego
more viewers that way,
man.
you know, you could share it from your page too.
I would, but you
Then
never
we
click
could-
on my page.
Then we could have double view. No, you see, so the way it works is like I have to have access to your personal Facebook to
Okay.
broadcast to your
I'm not going to
personal
give that
Facebook.
to you.
Yeah, I don't want that. There's hard telling what's in there.
Dirt.
Winners watch from the Mac and Chuck page. What did I
Is
do to
she-
you this week?
Is she calling people out?
Oh,
Why? Oh, yeah.
Kim just
See, I'm enjoying this.
she's busting me tonight, man.
We got about another 30 minutes of watching Chuck get roasted. I'm having a blast.
Well, thankfully, there's only about a minute and a half of the show left. So,
No, I think we can extend it.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
you'd be
just-
willing to extend
Absolutely.
it to allow Kim her piece, huh?
Absolutely.
I've been waiting for her to bust through the door like Kool-Aid Man, but she ain't got here yet. So she says she's on the way.
I'm supposed
Wieners.
to say
Oh, well, that's-
wieners, whiners.
That's even better. Thanks.
I don't know.
I think she does actually. I'm not sure. I don't think she's watching tonight because she's out of town. Right? Yeah. Yes. She be out of town. So is that insulting my weight again? Yes, because that's what I do on a regular basis is insult your weight.
Just come on. Keep it coming. I'm just watching the screen laughing.
Cletus.
Uh-huh.
Oh, copyright violation.
It wasn't in the same voice, so you're fine.
It's funny because I mentioned the copyright violations a couple of times tonight because we've actually been flagged for copyright violations.
Have we?
We have.
How come you never
yes.
let me know this?
Yes, and it's Kim says she'll Kool-Aid man my ass. So it's interesting because I also the
Just
church
from
that I go
speaking?
to, some of the music, like when we
Wow.
do like the 80s trivia show, things like that. It's funny because the church I go to, which is C3GC here in Granite, they me and another young lady run the media, and during one of our test broadcasts, like it was just during a test broadcast, the band was hitting everything just perfectly that we actually got copyrighted, and they muted that part, like Facebook muted
Really?
part of it. Yeah, it was really interesting. But yeah, the show here, we haven't been pulled for any copyrights. We've just been told that that particular episode couldn't monetize, but we're not monetized anyway. So, but yeah, shameless plug. Yep. I got to put it on there. I got to. So, all right. Well, I kind of think that we're going to wrap it up tonight. What do you think?
I'm just waiting for people to bust through the door and just take you to the woodshed, pal.
Yeah, she's not coming over. She says that we're telling lies. She's the one who told a lie because she said she was coming over here. And I know that you live within driving and walking distance. C3GC, that's the one, Angie. Absolutely. So, all right. Well,
sorry we bored you all this evening.
I don't think that we bored anybody. I think it was actually a rather engaging show. We appreciate you guys being on tonight and appreciate you guys giving us your
hijacking
comments.
the comments page. Yes.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
fine.
Hey, you know what? Again,
hijack away.
It's your show. If you want to be on the show at some point, if you have an idea, let us know. We'll be happy to talk about it, line up some guests, things like that. I do think, is this the second Sunday? This is the second Sunday, right?
Yes.
Yep. So next Sunday, we'll have to confirm with her, but is Cat Boss Sunday. So we'll get in touch with Trish this week and see how things are going on her end. And then we're also going to be doing, fingers crossed, be doing the pop culture trivia show, and that might be an interesting one since you've kind of stopped paying attention to it since the 2000s. So I might actually have a winning chance at this.
I'll always let you have hope.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So we'll take a look at the last couple of comments here. John says he's not bored. It's nice to catch up as always. Kim says, thankfully, her comments kept people awake. Kim says, I get a hot mic next week. Baby, you've always got a hot mic.
All right, here we go.
John says, don't forget to get your scripts from Kiki. So let's go ahead and give that a quick plug, and then we'll be done.
Plug.
So yeah, you're actually, so keep your eye on our page because Mac and I are actually both going to be doing performances in conjunction with Mr. Miller. I know he's going to like an actual theatrical performance. Right now, we're currently looking at doing a couple shows. We're looking at doing Frost Nixon, so keep an eye out for that. And then we're looking at doing War of the Worlds also.
Not We Are the World.
Not We Are the World. War of the Worlds. So it's going to be a read through, and there's a very good possibility that we're going to broadcast it through the Mac and Chuck page. So if you're into that kind of thing, into a live theater look, I know, Chris, right? I'm going to have to go groveling on my hands and knees, I guess.
I'll record that and post it on the page so everybody can see it.
But yeah, so keep your eye out for that. And John is actually kind of producing that. And Kiki, a friend of ours, is going to be directing these shows. So you'll get to see us, quote unquote, step on onto the stage
The
again, virtual
one.
Stage. And, we'll be happy to bring you guys in on it. So we'll keep you updated on what's going on with that. And I think with that, I think I've said everything I could possibly say tonight. How about you, Mac?
I'm talked out.
You talked out?
I'm just enjoying the comments.
All right. You guys have a fantastic rest of your Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Enjoy the week, and we will catch you guys next Sunday, 6 p.m.